Hello, I'm Antonio Neves, and this is 3-Minute Ad Age, your daily video news show. Today, we're taking a look at angst over online video distribution, boom times for in-cinema advertising, and a slight retreat by the nation's pharmaceutical marketers. But first, to video. The dynamics of online video distribution, which were already confusing to many in the marketing and media industry, are suddenly becoming even more so. This is because of the explosion of social media structures and tools such as widgets. In effect, they allow video to be placed into the viral wind and randomly blown across all of cyberspace. It's a distribution method that presents as much potential as it does problems for marketers. And the manner in which this issue is affecting the digital agency business was a subject at this week's OMMA video conference.
At one end of the spectrum for clients, you have them who share the agency's excitement. They can see where it's going, they can see the interactivity, they can see the opportunities that lie when the video is not centrally distributed. But I'd say a vast majority of the clients, they're nervous, right? It's a legitimate nervous because they're like, okay, cool, so if we put my video out there, then it can end up anywhere? Wow. And so sort of explaining to them how you can manage against that, track against that, optimize against that is sort of at least where I feel like I'm spending a lot of time.
And over in the country's movie theaters, in-cinema advertising has chalked up its second consecutive year of double-digit sales growth. So what's driving this extraordinary trend? We asked Ad Age media reporter Andrew Hamp.
Cinema is starting to emerge over the last couple of years as a really viable alternative to TV advertising, especially as we've seen ratings decrease in primetime television. More and more marketers and agencies are starting to shift some of those TV dollars over to cinema because it's comparable reach and there's a better sense of the audience. For example, TV is measured still by samples based on Nielsen numbers, whereas cinema, you can pretty much have a good sense of what your audience is based on ticket sales for individual movies.
And under pressure from Congress, the nation's pharmaceutical giants have agreed to curb advertising for new drugs. Merck, Johnson & Johnson, and Pfizer conceded to a voluntary 6-month moratorium on direct-to-consumer advertising for new prescription products. The companies also agreed to follow American Medical Association guidelines for the use of actors or doctors in ads. If an actor portrays a doctor or a doctor endorses a product, the ad must include a disclaimer or disclosure. And a correction. In last week's story about GM's reassessment of its Hummer line, we reported that the new H3T model would be the brand's largest vehicle. That was wrong. The H3T is the size of a pickup truck and is not the largest Hummer. And that's it for this 3-Minute Ad Age. Thanks for being with us. I'm Antonio Neves at Advertising Age in New York.